Hi everybody, this is Ospreyeye from MyChartCoach.com, and we're going to look at 5 more ticker symbols that are in play for Monday. Okay, first up is VNR. This is a very nice setup. The candles, there was a nice close above the middle Bollinger Band and the 50-day simple moving average. Both levels had been resistance, so the close above is the bull signal that there is more upside potential. If you look here, notice how the candles were trying to turn this 50-day simple moving average. They were bumping up against it, trying to close above it in order to turn it into support. That finally happened on Friday, and there was also a close above this middle Bollinger Band. So what we want to see now is we want to see both levels turn into support and a new uptrend to begin. In order for that to happen, there needs to be a close above this 100-day simple moving average. It's this gold line here. Notice how it was support, and then until the support broke here on the 21st of December with a close below and a close below the middle Bollinger Band. On that day, this gap filled from back here in the first week of December, and so the after the gap filled, there was a drop down of the 50-day moving average, and it's taken several weeks for that level to turn into support. And so finally, what we're looking for is a break above that level and a break above the 100-day simple moving average for a potential run up to the 200-day moving average at 192. Okay, then need to be a break above this red descending resistance line as well. If it gets above 90, 92, we think there's a good chance it's going to run back up to the 200. Notice how the Bollinger Bands have gotten very tight. Check out the upper Bollinger Band, how the candle's hitting that. If there's a break above, that will signal more upside potential. If this PSAR, the green dot, gets hit, the share price hits that level, the dots will flip below the candles, and that's what we call the PSAR bull flip, and that's going to signal more upside potential, a change in trend. And so that's what we're looking for, is a potential new uptrend starting. What you want to keep an eye on is the volume. Notice the volume down here. It's been very low. There's been 5 green volume bars in a row. What we're looking for is a bullish volume spike, similar to back here in November that got this run going. Notice how there was low volume and then there was this volume spike. That was your signal that was ready to go. That's what we're looking for again. MACD is telling you that a run is starting, that it's getting ready to go. Look at the bullish crossover. The MACD line, the black line, crossed over the signal line, the purple line, and what that's telling you is that that there's a possible new uptrend starting. Notice the histograms were forming below the 0 line. Now they're forming above, and so that's a signal of a change in trend. Notice that the 8-13-5 time frame had already had a MACD bullish crossover in the first week of January. That time frame signals earlier. We like to use both time frames for technical analysis. Look at plus DI, bounced off a minus DI, and it's above the green line's above the red line, so that's positive. What we like here is this break on Fasto and RSI above 50. Okay, the last time that VNR ran, check it out, this big run back here, RSI and Fasto were below 50 until the run began, and that's when they broke above, and that signaled the start of this big push. So check out 52 on RSI. RSI got well above 70 on the last run. So this is telling you that this is the start of the run if it happens. So bulls want to see RSI stay above 50, and that's going to signal more upside potential. Same thing on Fasto. Fasto's above 50 now. It's still below 80, so it's not overbought. So this is telling you that this run is just getting started. So keep an eye on VNR next week. We think it's a good setup, and there's more upside potential. Another stock with good upside potential is one of our marine transportation stocks that we follow, which is EGLE. Okay, this had a nice uptrend on Friday on the intraday charts, and it had a bullish close above the upper Bollinger Band and November and December resistance. It also closed above the 150-day simple moving average. Look at the green line here and the gold line. Okay, and not only that, it closed above the middle Bollinger Band, which it had been trading below before. Notice how all 3 of those moving averages had converged, along with EMA's 4, 8, and 13. The middle Bollinger Band is actually the 20-day simple moving average as well. If you look back here, look, they're all in this 6 range right here. Okay, and so the break above that level is signaling more upside potential. It's telling you that the stock's getting ready to break out higher. What we're looking for is a run up to this 200-day moving average. That's our first target. If it can get above that, then it could test these November high close level. So first things first, let's see if it can get follow through and make a run to the 200-day simple moving average. We like how check out how tight the Bollinger Bands were. Notice how wide they were on the run, and they tightened, got super tight here, and now it's popping out above the upper Bollinger Band. This is the same pattern that you want to see for the other shipping sector, marine transportation sector stocks that we posted in previous videos and the charts that we've been posting, giving out alerts to people that there's many charts, that have this exact same setup. And so what you want to see is the same type of move, the break above the upper Bollinger Band, and that's your signal that it wants to head to the upside. So as long as the candles are forming above the 50, the 100, and the middle Bollinger Band, that's signaling more upside potential, and the signal is to ride. If the candles break below and they get back below those levels, that's going to signal downside risk, and it'll be a risk to hold EGLE. What you want to see now is a bullish volume spike. You can see volume picked up, right? So volume's picking up, similar to back here. But what you want to see is you want to see a spike like this. The spike is going to tell you that it's getting ready to go, that players have entered. So now we just need follow through. Look at MACD. MACD was pinched on both time frames, and then there was a bullish crossover. So that is bullish as well. So it's telling you that it's heating up and there's a possible change in trend coming. You've got a big spike on plus DI on ADX, and then Fasto got above 80. That is the one red flag. Can EGLE head higher above 80 on Fasto? That remains to be seen. RSI is still in the 50 to 70 bull zone, and on the last run you can see back here there was this big spike. It did go above 70 on RSI, so there is still room to run on that indicator. There was a close above the upper Bollinger Band. Many times when there's a close above the upper Bollinger Band, the candles pull back into the bands. We're thinking that if that happens, that is a load opportunity. As long as the middle Bollinger Band and 50 and 100-day moving averages hold, that will be the reload level on a pullback. And if they hold, we're thinking this is pushing higher. Generally the first week of February and the beginning of February is a good time for these stocks. They historically, that's when they have strong uptrends. So it's in their favor that these are going to head higher. Okay, another one to look at is INFI. This stock made a very bullish move on Friday. It broke above the key resistance level. If you look here back in June, there was this big drop. There was a gap down, open. So this is the top of the gap, and then down here, the top of this candle is the bottom of the gap. And there was a drop down on the following day. There was this high of day that was hit, and the candles pulled back, and that high had not been broken for several months, since June all the way until Friday. Notice there was a close above that level. Check out how the candles basically consolidated for many months. It dropped down here below $1, came back up. We say this jar filled because it dropped all the way down to the low, and the candles have worked its way all the way back up to this price.